Shane, what was the message to the team there? I suppose the fight in them to come so close, really.
Yeah, well, we're at the proud club, strong group, and Canberra a good side, and we fought back and should have won without a doubt.
You said to me in the pre-game, you had one player left in your top 30. Obviously, not using that as an excuse tonight. You said that he should have won, but it really does show that they're playing with a lot of grit and character, considering the list of injuries that you do have.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about list of injuries or the players that we got out. I'm talking about the players that were out there. Where, as I said, whoever puts that jersey on just goes out and does the job, and they did that tonight. And as I said, I thought we should have won. Lucky the rules are changing related to press conferences because I'd be paying a fine.
Is that in regards to the pass?
You know exactly what it's about. Everyone knows it's there, what was there, and it's tough. Well, when you're a side flying high like the Raiders, you probably see that they get the bounce of the ball and they deserve it because we're at the top of the table. And when you're where we're at the middle of the table, sometimes you feel that you just don't get the rub of the green sometimes. So it's a tough one. And, in the end, that's the difference.
Tyrell Sloan tonight, how did you feel his game was at?
Well, that's what we know he can do, speed and finishing. There was another little moment there where I would have liked him to tidy up. That resulted in a try to the opposition, but he showed some real class to score 2 tries.
Cookie, it looked to be slipping away from you guys out there for a little bit. How do you, as one of the leaders out there, sort of rattle the boys together to bring it to the close finish that we all just saw?
Yeah, I think we all knew our game plan was working. It's just we were probably shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit coming out of yardage, especially in the first 20. Put ourselves under a lot of pressure, but obviously they flew out of the blocks second half, got a couple of tries, but once we got into the set for set, we're making really good metres, and we knew we had the time to. The way the game's going at the moment, momentum's a big thing, and we knew we had time on our hands, and we did. We just didn't get it at the end.
Did the booing from the crowd towards Kyle spur on the team at all?
Never heard it.
What
would the crowd be booing Kyle for?
Just the kick in the conversion early in the game. They were quite passionate, this Canberra
I think
crowd.
they do that. Yeah, that's good on. That's going to happen everywhere.
Where does this sort of, the win last week and then this week, but you came so close, but you should have won it. I suppose the back end of the season, where do you sort of see it from here? Like you're still right in that mix of that middle of the table.
If we had that attitude and that commitment week in, week out, we're going to win a lot more games on the way home. So they're number one. And as I said, we just need to roll that commitment over. We had a good win last week. We come down here and play the competition leaders, and as I said, could have, should have, would have won. We didn't because a few things, and I respect Ricky and the Raiders. They hung in there, and that's what good sides do. But we've just got to stick at it for the rest of the year.
Do you feel like this forward stepped up that you asked them to do before the game?
Yeah, I thought everyone stepped up. I thought everyone had some moments. We had some not so good ones, and we had some really good ones. And we put ourselves in the game.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.